Hey, welcome back, guys, to another edition of the Amazing Spider Fan podcast number 2, the second one we've done. On my last podcast, I talked about how Justin Bieber was posted a photo on his Instagram with the script of the Batman Superman or the Superman Batman movie with his last name across the script. Of course, we were all praying that it was a joke, and it was, thank God. So just if you guys haven't heard it, it was a joke. It was complete false. But anyways. Today's episode, we're mainly going to talk about the superhero, the Flash of the DC Universe. The CW has finally cast their Flash to play in the new Arrow Season 2. It's going to be Glee's Grant Gustin. He's going to be playing Barry Allen. And what do you guys think? Will Grant Gustin make a good Flash? And what does this mean for the potential Justice League movie? In case you guys didn't know, they're going to make a spin-off of the Flash show. And I think they're planning on to include Flash as a film. So potentially we're going to see 3 different type of guys take on the mantle of Flash, or 2 if they recast Gustin for the new spinoff. But we'll see what DC does with this. So without further ado, let's get into this character. All right. The Flash is name shared by several fictional comic book superheroes from the DC comic book universe. He was created by writer Gardner Fox and artist Harry Lampert in the original Flash. First appeared in Flash Comics number 1, January 1940. All incarnations of the Flash possess super speed, which includes the ability to run and move extremely fast. He has superhuman reflexes and seemingly violates certain laws of physics. Thus far, 4 different characters, each of whom somehow gained the power of super speed, have assumed the identity of the Flash. First one is Jay Garrick, who was the Golden Age Flash from 1940 to present today. Next up, we got Barry Allen from 1956 to 1985, and then 2008 to present. Wally West from 1986, 2006, then later popped up again from 2007 to 2012. Bart Allen from 2006, 2007, and then jumped up again from 2009 to the present. Before Wally and Bart's ascension to the mantle of the Flash, they were both Flash proteges. They worked under them, and they were both served as Kid Flash during this time. The incarnation of the Flash is Barry Allen. He's generally considered the first hero of the Silver Age of comic books, and he's been a popular DC character ever since. Each version of the Flash has been a key member at least one of the DC's premier teams, the Justice Society of America and the Justice League, and also the Teen Titans. Wally West has recently rejoined the Justice League, and Barry Allen has recently returned to his Life of the Pages of Final Crisis. So we're going to talk about the first Flash again. This was during the golden age of comic books. First one is Jay Garrick. Jason Peter J. Garrick was a college student in 1938, who accidentally inhaled heavy water vapors after falling asleep in his laboratory where he has been working. As a result, he found that he could run at superhuman speed and had similarly fast reflexes. After a brief career as a college football star, he donned a red shirt with lightning bolt and a stylized metal helmet with wings, based on the image of the great deity Hermes, actually Hermes, and began to fight crime as the Flash. Jay kept his identity secret for years without a mask by continually vibrating his body while in public so that the photograph of his face would be blurred. Although originally from Earth 2, he was incorporated into the history of New Earth following the Crisis on Infinite Earths, and is still active as the Flash operating out of Keystone City. He is a member of the Justice Society. Next we got is Barry Allen. Bartholomew Henry Barry Allen is a police scientist who has a reputation for being very slow, deliberate, and frequently late, which frustrated his fiancée Iris West. One night, as he was preparing to leave work, a lightning bolt shattered a case full of chemicals and spilled them all over Allen. As a result, Allen found that he could run extremely fast, had matching reflexes, and he donned a set of red tights sporting a lightning bolt, dubbed himself the Flash, after his childhood hero, Jay Garrick, and became a crime fighter active in Central City. In his civilian identity, he stores the costume compressed in a special ring via the use of special gas that can compress the clothes fibers to a very small fraction of the normal size. Allen sacrificed his life for the universe in the 1985 maxi series Crisis on Infinite Earths, and remained dead for over 20 years after the story's publication. With the 2008 series Final Crisis, Allen returned to the DC Universe and returned to full prominence as the Flash in the 2009 series The Flash Rebirth, which was soon after followed by a new volume, The Flash Ongoing Series, where Allen's adventures as the Scarlet Speedster are currently published. Next up, we have Wally West. Wallace Rudolph Wally West is the nephew of Iris West and Barry Allen by marriage, and was introduced in The Flash Volume 1, number 110 in 1959. When West was about 10 years old, he was visiting his uncle's police laboratory, and the freak accident that gave Allen his powers repeated itself, batching West in electrically charged chemicals, now possessing the same powers as his uncle. West donned a copy of his uncle's outfit and became the young crime fighter Kid Flash. After the events of Crisis on Infinite Earths, where Barry Allen was killed, Wally took over as the fastest man alive. Following the events of Infinite Crisis, Wally, his wife Linda, and the twins left Earth for an unknown dimension. Wally, his wife, and his twins were pulled back from the Speed Force. In case you guys don't know what the Speed Force is, this power dons any person who has super speed. I guess most primarily the Flash. They're able to break the law of time, physics, and they can go either forward in time or back in time. If you pick up the Flashpoint Paradox, the comic book, or even the new film that recently came out, they talk a lot about it. I'll mention it after I'm done with all these Flash superheroes. But anyway, the Speed Force by the Legion of Superheroes as the conclusion of Lightning's saga. This set the stage for Wally West's return as the Flash after the events of Flash, the Fastest Man Alive, number 13. In all Flash number 1, and with Flash Volume 2 series, which resumed with issue number 231 in August 2007, it subsequently ends with issue number 247, and West, along all the other Flash characters, play a large role in the 2009's Flash Rebirth. The next Flash is Bart Allen. Bartholomew Henry Bart Allen is the grandson of Barry Allen. I know it's getting a little bit confusing, and his wife Iris. Bart suffered from accelerated aging and as a result was raised in a virtual reality machine until Iris took him back to the time to get help from the current Flash, Wally West. With Wally West's help, Bart's aging slowed and he took the name Impulse after he was shot in the knee by Deathstroke. Bart changed both his attitude and his costume, taking the mantle of Kid Flash. During the events of Infinite Crisis, the Speed Force vanished. Bart returned 4 years older and for a year claimed that he was depowered from the event. However, the Speed Force had not disappeared completely, but had been absorbed into Bart's body. Essentially, he now contained all the Speed Force. Bart's costume as the Flash was a clone of his grandfather's, similarly stylized to Wally's West. Not long after taking the mantle of the Flash, Bart was killed by the Rogues in the 13th issue of The Flash, the Fastest Man Alive. However, he was later resurrected in the 31st century in Final Crisis Legion of Three Worlds, number 3, by Brainiac 5, to combat Superboy Prime and the Legion of Supervillains. Writer Jeff Johns confirmed that Bart will return to the past and play a large role in The Flash Rebirth. So that's a little bit of history on, the 5 or 6 people that have been donned with the Flash costume. There's actually other incarnations of the character, but those are other side stories and future stories that really don't fit in the continuity of what I'm talking about. But primarily, those are the main people associated with the Flash, the mantle of Flash. For further readings, or even if you're too lazy to read, there's even a a film that they were released called the Flashpoint Paradox. Really good film, man. Especially if you're a Batman fan, he has a large role in that film. So I'll give you the premise. I mean, that's all you get for free, and you guys have to pick it up. Trust me, it's a really good book. I'll post a link in the description. Kevin Smith does a commentary on it. He's very insightful when it comes to the characters and the storyline. So I'll post that on the description, and you guys can listen to him also chat about it. While visiting his mother's grave, Barry Allen, known as the Flash, is alerted to break in by Captain Cold, Captain Boomerang, Heatwave, Mirror Master, and the Top at the Flash Museum. Defeating the rogues, he discovered that they have been hired by his archenemy Professor Zoom as part of a plan to destroy Central City. With the help of the Justice League, Barry foils Zoom's plot, but Zoom's taunt over the death of his mother still haunt Barry as he departs. The next day, Barry discovers that the world has radically changed. His powers are gone, his mother's alive, his wife Isis is married to someone else, and the Justice League does not exist. Aquaman and his Atlantean forces have sunk most of Europe, while Wonder Woman has led the Amazons in conquering Great Britain, and both forces are now at war after an attempted alliance between the Amazons and the Atlanteans. What happens is Wonder Woman and Aquaman have an affair, and his wife finds out, and when she finds out, she engages Diana in battle, and she has her head cut off. And of course, when Aquaman finds out, he gets pissed, and that breaks down the war between them two. Okay, so that's all the time we have today. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast on the Scarlet Speedster, the Flash. Check back here for more news. I'll see you later.